Today, I want you to think about the ideal president. Now, we know the Constitution says that to be president, you have to be a natural born citizen, at least 35, and then live in the United States for 14 years. But many of us have other, I guess I like to call them informal qualifications for president, things that we would like to see in a president. So I want you to do a couple things. Number one, I want you to do this survey. I think I have this survey set up so that you can see the results of other people in the class. At least the graph of what is important and not important to your classmates. So there's things like military experience. Is that important to you? Now remember, the president is commander in chief of the armed forces. So is it important that if they're going to be the head of the military, that they have some military experience? Some of our presidents have. Certainly, some were generals like George Washington and Eisenhower and Grant and so on, Andrew Jackson and so on. Many have had military experience. Some not at all. President Trump doesn't have any military experience. President Obama didn't have any military experience. So, is that important to you? And then a number of other things, physical health and age and just a lot of different kind of questions on this survey. I just want you to start thinking about, what is kind of important to you, or if you were making essentially the ideal president, what would they look like? Now, I also have a journal assignment that I want you to do, and it deals with those ideal characteristics. So let's assume that somebody already shares your political ideology. That should probably be a pretty important aspect of choosing, a presidential candidate that you like. But start thinking about other characteristics or traits. What age would you like your president to be? What age group? What kind of experience? Do they have a family? Things along those lines. Now, I listed a bunch of things. You don't have to talk about all of these, but what are some things that really stand out in your mind, and then explain those things. So choose two or three characteristics that you think are important for a president to have. And they may not be on this list. They may not have even been on the survey that we did. But what are some things that you think are important? And explain to me why those are important to you. Okay, remember, our journal assignments need to be a half a page long. So your explanation of why things matter are important on here. I do not plan on giving you anything else to do tomorrow. So essentially, you have today and tomorrow to work on this assignment. We've taken enough notes this week. We're just going to finish with this for the remainder of the week, and you can today and tomorrow to work on this assignment.